again, and welcome to Talking Food. Hi, Chef.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm
Good.
caffeinated, not sugared up.
Not sugared.
Caffeinated.
Uh-huh.
It's Tuesday morning. We have a wonderful foggy day.
Yeah.
And we're here, and we're going to continue the saga of
Food labels.
food labels. And I think we didn't dedicate enough time last week.
I agree.
There's so much stuff out there on labeling that we need to keep touching on it. But
Right.
So we left with the beautiful Hungry Man.
The 8 paragraphs of Hungry Man last week.
Oh my God! I'm still trying to think that I used to eat that in college.
I know.
Because I was broke and in a rush, and then I'm like, hold on, I'm a chef. I can actually do something healthier. And then I started leaving rice and beans and veggies already cooked, and you learn if you really want to put a little bit of healthy eating, it's not that hard. We have great videos in our YouTube channel. Teach you how to do steamed rice. I don't know if you check, but rice is cheap.
It is.
And beans and veggies. Teach you how to steam the veggies and do all the wonderful healthy eating. But wait, we put a lot of butter. Okay, minus the butter.
Minus the butter.
Minus the butter.
So we're going to kick into some food labels that we left off last week, right?
Yes, we're going to go into the food labels. And just as a note, the FDA requires that any MSG product of glutamate, which is a derive of monosodium glutamate, has to be
listed,
unless, of course, it falls into a E350 a food flavoring from any other country that is not the FDA. So
cool.
Pay attention to your label, especially I know there's a lot of people that are allergic to MSG. We have a lot of allergies nowadays, so pay attention to that. Okay, so back to the food labeling. Roll them, because this is really interesting. Now, who doesn't love oranges?
I don't know.
Okay, I think everybody likes oranges, especially with a little bit of vodka.
Yeah, I could dig that. Yes.
But not for breakfast.
Okay.
Okay, this is your Tropicana. This is the oranges that you'll find at the supermarket. It says pure premium. Hopefully it will come from Florida and not from Brazil, Argentina, and other places. One thing I don't like about packaged orange juice is it's being pasteurized. Mm-hmm. That means it's going to get boiled and then cooled, and all the natural fructose dies. But check out how much sugar there is on your Tropicana juice. So it's an 8-ounce fluid ounce
right.
Serving. How many grams of sugar you have there?
We've got 26 grams of carbohydrates, which is 22 grams of sugars.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of sugar.
Imagine if you put 22 grams of sugar in your coffee in the morning. And I will show you how 22 grams of sugar will look in a moment. But listen, I'm not saying that it's not good for you, but I love orange juice also. It's like, try to balance it with something else. Yes, this is it's a natural sugar, but still, if you don't use it, it's gonna burn and go straight into, if you don't use your carbohydrates, go straight into fat in your body.
Right, and in just a second, we're gonna show you when you eat something, how long does it take to burn those calories?
Oh, that's gonna be interesting. Next slide. We have, for those of you that love the sweet tea, and it says Gold Peach Tea, Fresh Tea. Now, I want you to pay attention at this label. It has 30 grams of sugar.
It's more than the orange juice.
It's more than the orange juice, and most likely the sugar is going to be high fructose corn syrup or corn syrup, which is not even cane sugar. If it was cane sugar, it's more of a natural sugar than high fructose corn syrup. Mm-hmm. Is that fun or what?
No.
Then, I mean, we need to understand all the sugar in your body is not natural. The body is not used to handle this much sugar all day long. Okay, 30 grams of sugar. That nice for what? Next one, Pure Leaf Green Tea.
Unsweetened.
Unsweetened. I want you to check out the label on this one. How much sugar there is in there?
0.
Why don't we switch to that?
But 10 milligrams of sodium.
Oh, and look at how many chemicals are going to add in there.
Oh, let's read those chemicals. Ascorbic acid, natural flavoring.
For the love of God, people, boil some water, add a little bag of tea in there. Because I mean, and I'm not dogging these products, and I'm not trying to put them down. It's just you don't need to add this much conservatives for a bag of tea. Of course, these are made far, far away. They need to be shipped across the country. They need to put those preservatives in there so it doesn't go bad.
Right.
Boil your water, add a little tea bag. Way better. But at least there's not 30 grams of sugar. Now, lemonade. Because it's so hard to make lemonade at home, we buy it, right? I want you to check the label on lemonade. So for an 8 fluid ounce,
we got 28
grams of sugar.
And that's sugar. That is, let's see. Oh, no, that's not even sugar. That is high fructose corn syrup. Thank you, Amanda.
That is high fructose corn syrup, which, of course, people will debate, oh, but it's sugar. I'm like, you don't have to torture corn to give you sugar.
No.
Cane sugar, you just squeeze the cane sugar, boil it down, boom, you get sugar. You have to torture corn.
But it's not just that, but it's got high fructose corn syrup, and then later on it also lists sugar.
And so then there's sugar. Both. And then it has natural flavors.
And 15 milligrams of sodium.
And 50 milligrams of sodium. Okay.
Right.
And the natural flavors, that opens up a door that is, you have no idea. Okay, next one. Butter. We love butter, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, this is your regular butter, $2.48 a pound, really
Unsalted.
cheap.
Yep.
High quality butter costs about $5 a pound, and if it is organic, $6 a pound. Now, check out the label on the butter. What does it say?
100 calories for 1 tablespoon.
That's fine. Look at the ingredients.
Okay, we got 7 grams of fat, saturated fat.
Wow, it's butter.
But it's cream and natural flavorings.
Natural flavorings.
We have big air quotes there, natural flavorings. And if you watched last week, natural flavorings could be anything. It could be roadkill for all you know.
It could be dehydrated roadkill that is being ground up into a powder and put into your butter. That scares me. But next slide, you'll see the following. This is your $7 a pound butter, Kerrygold. What is the ingredient?
It's gonna be butter.
Butter. Is
milk and salt.
That's it.
Pasteurized cream and salt.
Done. You don't need natural flavorings for butter. Butter is flavorful the way it is. So it's like really now you have to pay for quality. This is the butter that I would use at my restaurant. If I was working in it, I would spend the extra money, but the flavor is completely different than your pasty white mass-produced butter.
Right.
Next slide. We have to bring this up.
Let's have a contest here. I want to say it's got 28 grams of sodium.
Roll it. Now, look at the label on that one.
Okay, I've got 8 grams of fat.
8 grams of fat
1 gram of saturated.
Because they are deep fried.
Right.
And that's what most people don't remember, that all these chips are deep fried and they're not good for you.
No. We got 210 milligrams of sodium.
And of course we have MSG, maltodextrin. Mm-hmm. And if you look at the label, it has 0 sugars, but it has 16 grams of fat.
Right.
Cholesterol, 0, sodium 210 milligrams for 1 ounce.
For 1 ounce.
1 ounce. So if you eat the whole bag, you are basically at almost 100% of your daily intake of sodium.
And who hasn't sat down and eaten the whole bag?
Oh, I am gonna keep my mouth shut.
I know.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut because I oh boy.
Yeah.
But yellow number 5, yellow number 6, red 40. You do not need 50 ingredients to make some chips.
No.
Actually, if you just buy regular potato chips, it's potato, some kind of oil, salt. Done.
So a couple more, then we gotta slide into our other segment.
I know. Let's go. Next, what do we get? Ooh, honey oats. What's the label for the honey oats?
Really small.
It is. Don't worry, I got the backup here. Now, for your honey oats,
143 milligrams of sodium.
But sugar is 6 grams of sugar for 3/4 of a cup.
Wow. 25 grams of carbohydrates, including dietary fiber, which is 8%, and then 6 grams of sugar.
Yeah.
That's a lot of sugar.
Check out the next one.
All right.
I can hear the click, click, click,
I
click.
know.
Now, this is a frosted mini
We
wheat.
talked about this one last week.
We did?
We did.
Oh, okay. Well, let's roll to another one because this one has, and I tell you how much sugar this one has. 11 grams of sugar for 21 little biscuits, which is about a cup.
And our next one, see, I know this cereal. This is sugar with a little bit of corn.
Come on. The Frosted Flakes, they've been around for a while.
I know.
10 grams of sugar for 3/4 of a cup.
Okay, cool.
Next one, roll it. Apple Jacks.
Same thing.
Same thing. How much sugar do you think there's in those? 10 grams of sugar.
10 grams.
And it's all
And we're seeing a
not
common
good.
theme here with these breakfast cereals.
There's a lot of sugar. Now, let me show you also the next one. It's the
bread.
The bread. The bread also has sugar added. They shouldn't have sugar added. Unless, I mean, we add sugar in bread baking just to improve the color of the crust. But it shouldn't be it shouldn't be 2 grams of sugar.
No, that's a lot of sugar, and usually it should be just sugar for the yeast to start
to
working.
activate. Yes,
Yeah.
and by the time we're done with it, it's not going to be that much sugar left.
No,
out.
but I mean, look at 330. Now, this is the store baked bread, isn't it not?
Yes, that's
okay,
a store-baked
this is store baked bread. So look at the sodium, 330. Is that in milligrams? I guess.
Well, but it's for the whole loaf.
Sure.
It's the whole loaf, which is good. It's okay. You need to have salt in your bread, otherwise it will be tasteless.
Sure.
We need sodium in our diet.
Right.
Because the sodium helps regulate how much liquid will leave our body.
Right.
But there has to be a little sodium. Now, this one, the cheese popcorn, I love it because if you look at the label, there is still a gram of sugar. There is some protein in there. Sodium 290 milligrams for 1 ounce. So if you eat the whole thing, you'll be eating 3 grams of salt.
Gotcha.
Which is 120% of your daily intake of sodium.
Well, let's move to the one that you sent me last night. Not the stove. Oh, you want to do Stouffer's, don't you?
Oh, well, just to mention the label, that's why it's so important. Pay attention to your labels. The Stouffer's labels will have 6 grams of sugar.
Oh, wow.
Added to that thing. Yes, you're going to have your carbohydrates. Now, your carbohydrates are 59 grams.
Wow, that's a lot of carbohydrates.
I know. It has to be a little bit balanced. Which one do you want to see right now?
Let's go to the chocolate milk, because that one blows your mind.
The chocolate milk. Now, the chocolate milk, it's healthy. It's chocolate milk, 1% fat. Now, look at the label and tell me how much sugar you see there.
Oh, my goodness. 210 milligrams of sugar.
That is
sodium. I'm sorry.
Sodium.
22. That's 29 grams of sugar.
So there is sodium there.
Right.
So for 1 cup, which is 8 ounces, you have 29 grams of sugar.
That's crazy.
Not only that, is sugar coming from, but it's low-fat milk. It's coming from corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, and for some reason they also label sugar.
Well, let's make a let's make a change here. So we're putting all this stuff in our bodies.
Yes.
Right. We're enjoying these foods. So let's talk about
how do we get them out?
How do we get it out of here?
Well, there's this really cool chart that we found.
Okay.
And let's roll it so you can see how really cool it is.
Okay.
And it will give you and evaluate what do we need to do to be able to burn all these calories.
Okay. Well, let's hit the first one then.
Okay. So let's say you go to Maccadee's. You get 1 burger.
Right.
Just 1.
490 calories.
Without the fries and the soda.
Yeah.
It's 490 calories. That means they either have to do a cardio, equivalent cardio is 42 minutes, or weightlifting for 57 minutes.
Wow.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
And it's like, okay.
But that's for men. Look at women. And Amanda pointed this out before.
They have to work it more.
They have to work harder. Their metabolisms are a little
because
bit
we have a faster metabolism than women.
Right.
And that's why it's always, when we go on a losing weight regimen, we tend to lose fat faster.
Right.
But 1 Big Mac, 42 minutes of cardio. And I'm not talking, let's go for a stroll at the park. No, baby. I'm talking about jog it. I'm talking about 12 minutes per mile. Let's do this.
Getting the heart rate up and pushing that blood.
Yeah, next one. French fries. that comes with the McDonald's, 460 calories.
So you add this to your burger.
So you add this to the burger, now you have to add 40 minutes of cardio, 53 minutes of weightlifting.
Right.
So now you have already 80 minutes just to burn. Now, and we're talking, this is not base, just to burn that. Okay, so if you follow a healthy 2,000 calories per day, and you only decide to eat that, and then you eat grapes for the rest of the day, okay, fine, as long as you reach 2,000 calories. But you need to work. Now we're at the 80-minute mark on cardio.
Yeah.
Okay, that's almost a half marathon.
Yeah.
Now, for the soft drink, 139 calories for each time you drink a soft drink. You have to exercise and cardio, meaning your heart rate has to go over 128. What is it?
120, 128.
120. So 12 minutes to burn one soft drink.
Wow.
Fun. Oh, weightlifting, 16
minutes.
Of course, for women, it takes a little bit longer. The next one, pizza. Don't we love pizza?
From Pizza Express, it says Pizza Express Margarita.
Pizza Express Margarita. 682 calories. It means that you have to exercise for an hour.
Now, explain what a margarita pizza is, because that's just basil and cheese and tomato and sauce.
It's from a store called Pizza Express.
Right.
And they're talking about the whole individual pizza.
Oh, okay.
It's not just one slice.
Okay, I was going to eat the whole pizza.
If you eat the whole individual pizza, we're looking at 682 calories.
Right.
Which will take about an hour to burn. Now, I can argue with this one because there's different ways to do this, but just to give you an idea, and of course, 60 minutes to burn 682 calories.
Yes, exactly.
So what they're doing here, they're taking the calories and your heart rate, and basically give an idea based on calorie count.
Right.
That's one. Fried chicken. Who doesn't love fried chicken?
Now, is this cold or warm?
Warm, baby, warm. And see, I wouldn't go to KFC. I actually like the Publix fried chicken.
Yeah.
Way better.
I could dig that.
Way better.
I'm a big fan of Parker's down in Wilson. So I like their
Never been there, so
I think they do all their brining in buttermilk, and it just makes it so ridiculous.
That's why you have to cardio. That's why you have to cardio it up for 63 minutes. And this is just the chicken, without counting the gravy or the milkshake you're gonna drink with there, or the sides,
the hush puppies,
corn
sticks, everything else that comes with
anything that
pulled pork.
So 63 minutes to burn your 726 calories. That those 3 pieces of chicken. But I eat white meat. It doesn't matter.
No.
It's deep fried.
Right.
It doesn't matter if you eat dark meat or white meat. It's 700.
It's all the breading and the oil.
Get ready to jog for 63 minutes for men, and women 75 minutes. Fun.
Yeah, exactly.
That's one. Chocolate. Cadbury's dairy milk bar. Of course, if you go the darker the chocolate, the less the calories it will have.
Right.
You can also go to a higher 75% chocolate, 85% chocolate will have less sugar that you have to burn.
And some of the more expensive chocolates, they do have that listed on the outside of the package, 70% cacao,
Because, of course, to make cheap chocolate is easy, just add sugar.
Right.
And of course, but you have to burn, like cocoa, the way it comes from the plant, it's a vegetable, it's a bean. So to me, that's a salad.
I like your thinking.
See, chocolate is a salad. Chocolate comes from a plant. A plant is vegetarian, and we take the bean and we turn it into a paste that to me is a salad.
Don't tell the kids that.
No.
What are you eating? I'm eating a salad. Well, Chef Carlo said it was a salad.
No.
You're eating chocolate. No, it's a salad.
The problem is all the sugar you put with the chocolate.
Right.
Because if you ever try pure cocoa, it's bitter.
Yeah.
So if you they do sell 100% chocolate, and it's bitter. But it has no calories.
Right.
Delicious. Oh, this is going to hurt.
This is our favorite. Now, that's not my favorite brand.
But to give an idea, so if you drink that six-pack, in order to be able to flush that six-pack out of your body...
I'll be looking at about an hour.
About an hour?
At least an hour, because this is just a pint. This is just 16 ounces.
That's why a bottle is 8 ounces. Yeah.
Well, a bottle is 12.
12.
A bottle is 12, but a full pint, a bar pint, is 16.
Yeah, but I'm lying to myself. That's
8. Don't we always when we're drinking beer?
Always. Only one beer. No, that doesn't happen.
There's no such thing.
So, to give you an idea, one pint, Stella Artois, Rocky, Rocky Mountain Special, PBR, Rolling Rock, one of my favorite Rolling Rocks. You have to drink cheap beer to appreciate good beer.
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
And it's 245 calories, which means you have to do cardio for 21 minutes for guys, 25 minutes for...
Now, this doesn't include going back and forth between the refrigerator and the couch.
No.
To get your beers.
Doesn't include that. But that's your beer, baby. That's why beer gets you fat.
Yeah, well.
Switch to scotch. Cake.
Oh
Look
my
at
gosh.
that. 1,710 calories. This is a 450 gram Tesco cake. It's a small cake they sell. And if you eat the whole thing, you'll be eating 1,700 calories.
Or 1,700 calories and put it that, or one meal from Cheesecake Factory.
Or one meal for Cheesecake Factory. Now, if you want to eat the cake and nothing else throughout the day, then you're good. You don't have to go for the jog because you have achieved your 1,800 calories.
No thanks. I had a cake this morning. I'm good.
I have cake for lunch, breakfast, and dinner. I got my 1,800 calories in. I am good. I do not have to run. Okay, but just to give you an idea, 149 minutes of cardio, and for women, 170.
That's like 2 marathons.
That's like 2 marathons back
to
back.
So let's give them an example of what you might be looking at.
So this is plain old cane sugar. So we were looking at the milk and the orange juice, and they, for a 1 cup, 8 ounces, they all average about 30 grams of sugar.
Sure.
Let me show you. Because some people don't understand, oh yeah, but don't worry.
You know, and my wife and I were talking about this. It's like on the back of it, it's the metric system. So you say milligrams and grams, and you know, Americans being on the imperial system, we're kind of like, you know, not that we know the difference between ounces anyway.
Because the metric system is the better system.
Sure,
I'm sorry.
I understand. But we really wanted to show you when you see 30 milligrams.
And I'm going to stand here because the glass is like clear and we have a clear background. So I'm going to stand right here. And I want to show you how 30 grams of sugar look
right
like.
There. You're spot. You went to 31. Nope.
This is...
Put that back on there. 33. 32.
This is how 30 grams of sugar will look like.
That's, I mean, seriously, Adam, get a zoom in on that one.
That's hefty. And I've seen people that they drink 4 or 5 Cokes a day.
That is, it's an inch of sugar.
Well, what about if you drink 2 cups of orange juice in the morning, which...
Exactly.
So you're getting all the sugar into your system, which I understand if you burn it, if you need some quick things in the morning. The problem is if you don't burn that sugar, where is it going to go?
Right. I mean, take me for instance. I like to have a small 8-ounce glass of juice in the morning, and because I'm old, because I'm taking my dietary supplement.
Don't we all?
Although I am doing the elderberry to keep my free radicals going, to keep immune.
Do you take your silver Centrum?
No, I don't do the silver
for men
Centrum.
over 60.
You shut your mouth. But I do that. But then I also put half a tablespoon of sugar in my coffee. So, you know, I'm reaching. You know, that's about 2 tablespoons, if not more. Of sugar.
Get used to drink your coffee without sugar.
It's too bitter.
Well, get stevia. It's a natural herb that is an extract. You gotta get used to it, but stevia has no calories, and it's a plant that is dried up, ground up, and given to you. Yeah, they do add a little bit of lactose in it, but it's actually really good.
Okay, cool.
Now, let me show you, because we also talk about fats, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now,
how do you zoom? How do you zero?
Yeah, just press that one.
Tar.
Yeah. Tar Heels.
No, T-A-R-E. Tare.
Tare. Or tear.
Tear. I don't know.
Now let's do the same with fat.
30 grams. Wow. Look at that.
That's your 30 grams of fat.
It's like a shot glass of
and now
fat.
And this is dense because I usually use butter because butter has a higher volume and it looks better, but that's your 30 grams of fat. And that is, hopefully we can get a better.
And the reason we wanted to show this to you, because you think about it, you know, and when you were talking about butter, should we use butter or oil to represent the fat? And I was kind of like, well, you'll eat butter. You know, you'll put butter on your toast and eat butter on something like that, but no one's going to sit here
and chug down.
But
this is to show you how 30 grams of fat look like. And we're not here to try to scare you, or we're just here to give you an idea of what happens in food labeling. It's like the veggie sticks.
Right.
And on the chip aisle, there is this veggie stick, and it's healthy. Read the label. There is about 20 kind of different dehydrated veggies and flours to make a chip. I think I'd rather go eat the Cape Cod chips. That the ingredients are potatoes, oil, salt.
Right.
Done.
Sea salt.
And sea salt or salt.
Right.
And it's just to make you a little bit aware of the food labeling. Read your label. Be conscious of what you put in your body, and you got to remember also that everything you put in, you got to burn.
You got to keep it. Exactly.
If you don't burn, it's going to spike your sugar. A lot of people are becoming diabetic lately. We have more diabetic people nowadays than 40 years ago. And there are studies that shows it's because this is all over the place. There is actually a food lifestyle called Whole30, and they just concentrate on foods that have zero sugar. And if you look at it, it's basically, let's eat steak and salad.
Right.
And avoid any processed refined foods.
Right. And like Chef said, we're not trying to scare you, but make sure you're reading your labels. You know, it's too easy to go to the grocery store and just start pulling things off the shelf because you're just used to it. It's like, my child likes this, Take a few extra minutes, compare labels, and see which one's got the lesser of the ingredients, or if you can go organic or all natural. Of course, we do say all natural flavoring.
All natural flavorings,
but try and go all natural.
Try to go all natural, and just pay attention to how much sugar you're intaking. Again, I'm not gonna give up my Frosted Flakes. I'm not telling you to give up your Frosted Flakes, and just pay attention to how much sugar, because you might have your Frosted Flakes in the morning, and that is all the sugar that you might want to take for the whole day.
Right.
Then the rest of the day, go sugarless. Hey, that's your choice. Yeah. Or just open the door to pay attention to your food label, because there's a lot of things that are hidden, and you don't need 50 ingredients to make a chicken nugget.
No, and see, I love what you said, and I think about it because you've said it for over a year now. If you cannot pronounce what is on the food label, you don't need it.
You don't need it.
So what's going on next week? I'm excited about this.
Okay, next week we're gonna still go into the healthy, and we're gonna do actually poke. Poke is a preparation that came from Hawaii. It has Japanese influences, and it's just delicious, fresh fish that is marinated for 1 minute in spices, and we're gonna do a couple of them, and I'm gonna show you how easy it is to make, and it's gonna be an awesome show. So
I'm excited.
I know you're excited. Tell him.
I'm excited. We talked about this last year. We didn't get a chance to do it, and now we're gonna be able to make a couple of poke dishes.
A couple?
A couple.
We're gonna make more.
Oh, okay, a couple more than a couple.
Okay. Well, thank you for watching, guys. Pay attention to your labels. And there's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of nutritional books. There's a lot of information that you can get that will help you guide the world of food labeling. We just scratched the surface of it, and but it's up to you to get more informed, a little bit more educated.
Right. Questions, comments, leave us on if you're on Facebook. Leave them right below us, and we encourage you to share this episode and the previous episode with your friends, especially someone who is looking to get into a little more healthy.
And if you don't like it, put the thing down and tell us why. We'll try to make it better.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys next week.
Pokey.